All right, so we're going to talk about what are some of the best content ideas for social media posts for any business. The way I approach this particular topic is I've broken it down into three separate areas. It helps when you do that because it'll explore many different opportunities within your business with which you can use for your social media posts. But let me address just a few basic ideas where I get a lot of resistance. So, for example, somebody might tell me, well, my business is different, or I'm business to business, not business to consumer, or my area is different. People don't do that in my area. All of those are, for the most part, complete fallacies. Let's address them one by one. So, your area, people are people are people are people. I don't care where you are. As long as you have people there and they're buying or purchasing your service or product, they pretty much will respond to it for the same reasons. Also, if you're business to business, you're actually selling to people. It's all about people. This is what we're all about, people. And in your particular area, well, it's not really true that people respond differently in different areas. Again, people are people are people. So what I've done is I've broken up the content approach, roughly speaking, not exactly precisely 100% always this way, but there's three different areas that I like to take. So I like to look at a business and look at their core product services. What is it that distinguishes them from everybody else? So let's say you're a plumber and let's say you have an awesome guarantee. You might even say, well, you have a certain turnaround guarantee. You might have a certain it's possible you might have something that is unique to how you bring your particular service or product to your particular industry. These are all things that are worthy of discussion when it comes to creating posts. It's all pretty much, for the most part, information-based. So you look at everything. If you don't have anything, find something. It's not that difficult to do. So, you might say, well, I'm a plumber. Plumbers are boring. Well, it's a required service. It's not actually that boring when you look at it, because there's a lot to be said about plumbing. You might talk about some of the pitfalls that people can avoid, or some of the stories from your own business experiences. You might talk about flood prevention. I don't know. I don't know much about plumbing. So educate me. Let's sit down. Let's brainstorm. Let's come up with as many possible ways with which we can make your industry interesting and your particular product interesting. The mistake is to think it's not. There's ways to make it interesting, no matter what business you're into. Even accountants and lawyers can make it interesting. You don't have to go crazy on this one, but you do have to find ways. So the basic information is the first step. What is it about you that makes you unique? What is it about your particular service, your particular product that if I were a client or a potential prospect, why would I want to go to you above and beyond everybody else? So these are all areas that you can look at. Okay, so that's one area. That's the basic information, the basic description of your service or product. So the other area too is the personality. Use personality. So if you're a bit of a character, if you have employees that are sort of interesting, you want to bring that into your posts. You don't have to get too personal. You don't have to go crazy with this. You don't have to get too political or religious or anything of that nature. You just got to keep it human. People relate to humans. So find a human interest story. It could be something about something that happened with your particular one of your deals. Maybe an employee did something amazing, or you have an employee of the month, or they have an interesting story. Of course, you want to get them, your employees, you want to make sure they're open and willing to be as part of your story. And that's, you just ask them. If they don't want to, that's fine. So that's personality. So there's personality, there's basic information. And I just remembered another story I want to tell you to do with information and guarantees. I love this story. This is a true story about a home builder from California. It was somebody who did renovations and what have you. And they had a 1-year guarantee. This is amazing. I love this story. So what they would do is they would stand behind their work. So let's say you had a deck installed in your backyard. What they would do is they would call you on the 11th month before the warranty expired. And they say, hello, Mrs. Jones, so-and-so from Acme Construction. Your 12-month guarantee is coming up to its expiry date. Is there anything we can do to fix anything that might need fixing? That was an amazing, amazing guarantee strategy, don't you think? That is something worth talking about. So what would happen in that event is, okay, sure, sometimes they'd have to go back and do a little repair, update something, but think about the goodwill that that would instill into the client. So, and you can also use client testimonials as part of this whole process. There's a lot of opportunities here for content. Once you get that ball rolling, you get things started, it becomes a lot of fun. You find a lot of creative ways with which you can create content. That's where I come in. I can sit down and help you. We'll brainstorm. We'll look at different ideas, different strategies that are unique to your business. So I said there's 3 areas. We talked about personality. We talked about information and the basics of your business or product. The other one is motivation and inspiration. That's an easy one. People love feeling inspired and motivated. So you can put up memes, feel-good memes, related or not related to your particular business, but you want to tie it into something that makes people feel good. That's an easy one to do because, well, first of all, it's relatable. Most people relate to it. And second of all, there's a ton of information out there with which we can gather from. So, yeah, those are some of the best strategies that I've discovered when it comes to creating content for posting. And the reason why there's 3 areas which opens up to an almost infinite amount of content is because you have a lot of opportunity to post and get out there and constantly be sending the message out to your community using social media. If you're doing it, once every 2 weeks, once a month, it's kind of feeble. I think you should be doing it at least once a day, twice a day, 3 times a day or more. And if it's interesting and it's relevant, people will like what you're doing. So, thank you.